Celebrities that are surprisingly good dancers. These celebrities might be known for their acting chops, but did you know that they're actually surprisingly good dancers too? These stars really know how to move. Welcome back to Off-Cam Celebs, and today we're counting down our picks for the celebrities that are surprisingly good dancers. Let's go! Kate Hudson. Kate Hudson has proven herself a competent dancer on more than one occasion. She had a number of dance scenes in 2011 comedy Something Borrowed and got down with Dancing with the Stars, Derek Hough at a Hollywood club back in 2013 and even shook her booty during a commercial for Publetics, a woman's sportwear brand she co-founded. Of course, who could forget her impressive dance moves from the first episode of Glee, Season 4, when she made her debut as a dance instructor, Cassandra Julie. Hudson clearly knows what she's doing when she steps on the dance floor. Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper is a triple treat who's proved his worth as an actor, singer, and director. But can we talk about how he also is insanely a good dancer too? The four-time Academy Award-nominated actor has long been known for his abilities on the dance floor and has had the opportunity to flash his skills on more than one occasion. From the climactic dance routine in Silver Linings Playbook to his sexy encounter with Amy Adams in American Hustle, Cooper had proven that he had boogie with nobody's business. From him, dancing is clearly not just part of the job, as he's been known to break out in the dance during interviews as well. Terry Crews. Now we all know this former pro athlete can dance, act, paint, and do mean Vanessa Carlton impression. On top of this already triple treat, we'd also seen Crews break it down to an impression of a different Carlton. While we've seen this dancing used for comic effects such early on his career, we're constantly surprised that a man with this many muscles is as limber and graceful as Crews continues to be, a master of showing us the depth between and behind of all his characters. Crews uses his dancing to infuse life into his portrayals in ways that keep defying our expectations. Colin Farrell. Based on his numerous tough guy roles and former bad guy image, it's hard to imagine Colin Farrell shaking it on the dance floor, let alone line dancing. However, Fallon is not only a great dancer, but was at one time getting paid to do it. Long before he was one of the Hollywood's hottest stars, Farrell could be found teaching country line dancing in Ireland. It may sound ridiculous, but it really happened. In fact, Farrell has since shown off his line dancing skills during an appearance on the Ellen DeGeneres show. It's clear he still has some wicked moves up his sleeves. Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling is no longer a stranger to dance floor. At just 12 years old, he could be seen busting all kinds of moves in dancing competitions or practicing ballet, something he still does to this day. More recently, the multi-talented comedian actor flashed his skills on film, dancing his way across LA. As one half of the star-struck couple from the 2016 musical La La Land, while we could pretty much watch Gosling to do anything and fall over swooning, watching him dance is pretty hard to stop. Tom Holland. That's right, Spider-Man himself has got some serious moves. No, not that one. Holland's background is actually in gymnastics and dance, having starred in Billy Elliot the musical in the late 2000s, first as Billy's best friend Michael and soon after as Billy himself. But Holland hasn't neglected his dancing roots since hitting the big time, as evidenced by his jaw-dropping performance on Lip Sync Battle. In fact, Holland stated that his dancing experience helped him nail the part of Spider-Man. Christian Bale. In cinema, this man is mostly known as a serious method actor, a thespian dedicated to the craft. That's what makes Christian Bale so valuable to directors. But that's not to say that he can't let loose too, as evidenced by dancing character from the 1993 film Swing Kids. Then there's the 2000 cult classic American Psycho, in which Bale plays a serial killer with a fondness for mainstream music. In one particularly disturbing yet memorable scene, a peppy dance sequence is part of the strategy, and the performance is so effective that a doomed guest feels at home right until the end. Chris Evans. This man is a bona fide action hero, starring in some biggest blockbusters in the world, as well as more critically acclaimed dramatic roles. But just where did he pick up the knack and fight choreography? Well, it turns out that Evans has a background in tap dancing, which co-workers have praised as the reason he can pick up moves so easily. While we're used to swooning over his charms, charisma, and chiseled features, this gives us another reason to fawn over this graceful leading man. Perhaps is appreciate that after spending nearly a decade at a first-tier and top-tier member of the Avengers, he got to top it all off with a final dance. Chris Messina. With an acting career that began off-Broadway and experience in the world dance, this man entered the film industry with a special set of skills. But it was on the Mindy Project, and Chris Messina really showed us all that he could really do a dance floor. As Danny Castellano, he turned heads with a passionate American woman performance, and he's proven himself to be quite the club dancer as well. There's nothing goofy going around here, just a man who commits to the grind. Like the aforemost mentioned, Paul Rudd is the nice guy factor that also Messina to get away with a little more in terms of moves than your average actor. Sam Rockwell. In this man's vast filmography, there's no one definitive dancing moment. That's because Sam Rockwell seemingly finds excuses to dance often, and with a good reason. The smooth operator knows that he's got skills, and there's an old school mentality that drives each performance. In fact, he's got a bit of a James Brown style going on, and he's mostly about hand movements and quick feet. Rockwell makes it looks easy, but when you pay attention, you'll see that it's anything but that. Then again, when you have a so-called footloose upbringing, as Rockwell has previously cited, dancing has become natural. Christopher Walken. Given this man's cinematic legacy and unique manner of speech, he's become a favorite subject for both amateur and professional impersonators. In 2001, though, Walken achieved a new level of fame as his dancing acumen was featured in Fatboy Slim's Weapon of Choice music video. With a background in theater, Walken seemed more comfortable shuffling around, and it's not kind of dancing bravado that made him an ideal casting chance for 2007 film Hairspray. While some older gentlemen took and look awkward when dancing, Christopher Walken oozes confidence and style. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. As a child actor turned A-lister, this man has long begun in public eye before Joseph Gordon-Levitt's career began. However, he developed his performance skills in musical theater. So after a big transition into movies, Gordon-Levitt's dancing skills came in handy for a choreographed dance sequence in the 2009 film 500 Days of Summer. Impressive as that may be, he upped the ante in 2015 with his Janet Jackson's interpretation of Lip Sync Battle. He's even taken the talents of Saturday Night Live. This guy loves to bougie, and it shows. Vin Diesel. As one more iconic 21st century action stars, this big screen tough guy is anything but one-dimensional. Like so many actors, Mark Sinclair, aka Vin Diesel, began on stage long before he crossed into mainstream cinema. In recent years, we've even seen old school clips of him breakdancing in New York City. Nothing extraordinary but very entertaining. In 2014, however, Vin shocked and amazed fans with videos of him dancing on both Beyoncé's Drunk in Love and Katy Perry's Dark Horse. It's not often that you'll see a rough and tough movie star shaking his hips. That's obviously not an issue for Big Vin. Donald Faison. While this man isn't necessarily a household name, he's one of the more popular television stars on his generation. Donald Faison starred in over 170 episodes of the comedy drama series Scrubs in the role of Turk, and during an unforgettable 2006 episode showed off some seriously unforgettable moves. With his smooth performance of Belle Biv DeVoe's potion and Faison's confident, fun-loving techniques had pop culture buzzing, and so moment became an instant series classic, a moment that Donald Faison would later revisit on the Queen Latifah show. Tom Hiddleston. In 2000s, the British actor was a West End regular, but the man was destined for success beyond the stage. When Tom joined the Marvel family in 2011, the public began paying even more attention to this multi-talented individual. Over the years, he's more than once displayed his precious dance moves in the middle of the interviews, making him one of more endearing A-listers of this town. Tom's relationship with Taylor Swift brought even more attention to his dancing abilities when he worked it out with the top star in 2016 Met Gala, surprising Swifties and the entire world in the process.